Hello from Optics Trade. We're going to take a look at another handheld thermal monocular today, made by nightpearl. This is the SCOPS 35 Elite model, which was launched in 2020. nightpearl is from Czech Republic. The company was founded in 2000. It's a family-owned business. They focus on the production of night vision and thermal optics for hunting and law enforcement purposes. They have new headquarters since 2016 with modern equipment, and their philosophy is based on offering high-quality devices for an affordable price. All the monoculars from the SCOPS series are OEM products. They are completely disassembled in the nightpearl factory for a thorough quality check, and then they reassemble them back at the end. The series has been around for some time. However, nightpearl is constantly updating the models, so we have Elite and Max 2, which are the newest 2020 models, whereas the Pro and Max models with the same lens diameter are older models. Some are from 2018, others from 2019. Now let's move on to the device itself, starting with some of the physical properties. If you look at the device, you can see that it's ergonomically shaped to fit in the hand of both right and left-handed users. The buttons are positioned well, so you can reach each of them with the assigned finger when you're using them. So there are 4 buttons altogether. The rubber here, installed on the ocular, adds to the comfort of viewing, especially if you're a glasses wearer. I'm not a glasses wearer, but several people that work in our company wear glasses, and they really said that the rubber ocular here on this device provides a decent optical experience. They have problems with some competitive devices where this is not the case, so keep this in mind if you're a glasses wearer. This is a great device to use. The diopter adjustment in the form of a rotary knob next to the ocular, you can hear it clicking. Then we have the focusing ring here on the objective. The device is made of plastic, out of shockproof plastic, and it is rubberized all over to provide additional protection, to provide a better grip when you're holding it. And I was told by nightpearl that they tested the device. They dropped it from 1.5 meters, from a 1.5 meter of height to a hard surface, and it successfully passed the test. So that proves that the plastic that they use is really high quality and makes it robust. At the bottom we have a heatsink. It protects the device from overheating when it's turned on. And at the middle there is a thread with which you can mount the device on a tripod. So this is especially useful if you plan on using the device for a longer period of time, or if you simply want a steady image. Like for example, when you're recording a quality video and you would like to maintain the steady image throughout the recording. Next to the sink and the thread, we have two ports. First one is micro USB and a video out. So one of the cables that is included is, of course, micro USB. And for the means of course, charging and exporting data, if you want to charge the device, you just connect it to an external power source, such as a power bank, a computer, or simply this power adapter, which is included in the box. Charge it at home or anywhere else. And then this video out port is connected with this cable, so you can basically connect this cable to the port and then to the external monitor if you wish to stream the image seen through the monocular on an external monitor. A useful feature. This is it as regards ports. Then we have a rubber objective cover connected to the device with a rubber band. This is really positive since you cannot lose it this way, but at the beginning you just have to get used that this rubber objective cover swings around when you're using it, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. The weight of the device is 45 grams, about average for this type of gadget. The length is 188 millimeters, and it measures around 65 millimeters in width and in height. Again, nothing out of the ordinary, pretty standard for this type of device. The lens diameter is 35 millimeters. The device uses a vanadium oxide sensor with a resolution of 384 by 288 pixels. It provides good image quality for the price, and you can observe a fair amount of details on the image. What also contributes to the quality is the NATD, so the noise equivalent temperature difference of below 50 millikelvins. So it can distinguish between really small temperature differences. This is mostly seen in rain, fog, and in bad weather conditions. And then, of course, also the 12 micron pixel size, which contributes to a detailed image. The image is really fluid, without lagging. The refresh rate is 50 Hz, that is why this is so. The display resolution is 1280 by 960. The display is of the LCOS type, so it can withstand temperatures down to around -10 degrees Celsius. This is an important piece of information if you plan on using this device on lower temperatures. At -20, you can expect it to work as it should. So down to -10, yes, but lower, and the display is not designed for such temperatures. You can expect up to 7 hours of battery life on this nightpearl Scops device. It has an integrated battery, but there is really no way to switch the battery by yourself. So if you plan on staying in the field for longer, have an external power bank with you. This, even if you during the active usage, you can use power bank to regain some of the charge on the battery. If you wish to change the integrated battery, as I said, you can do it by yourself. It will have to be done by nightpearl. It has a narrower field of view than the more expensive 35 Max II model, which has the lens of the same diameter. Also, the magnification range is a little bit different. The base is 3.5 times, and then you can, with 2 times and 4 times digital zoom, increase the magnification all the way up to 14 times. At a higher magnification, of course, you have a lower field of view, but detection and recognition is a little bit improved. Okay, so you switch on the device by holding this power button for like 3 seconds. The startup time is quite long, at 10 seconds. When the device is turned on, you switch it off by pressing this same button for 3 seconds, so the same way. But if you accidentally leave the device turned on, it will turn off automatically after 20 minutes to preserve battery life. Once the device is powered on, you can also enter standby mode by pressing the power button. In this mode, the display is turned off, providing additional cover from the nearby animals and also saving battery to extend operating time. You then return to the normal viewing mode just by pressing the button again, and you're back in 1 second, which is really quick. We have 4 color modes: warm black, warm white, warm red, pseudo color, and a special additional mode called highlight. Detection is up to around 2,500 meters. So this, of course, at that distance you will only be able to spot objects a little bit bigger naturally. But let's say identification distance of a wild boar sized game is up to 400 meters. The device is IP66 certified, meaning that it is rainproof, so you can also hunt on a rainy day without worrying. Now that we move on to the features, first I want to point out the feature that is not yet released, but is coming out soon. So in January 2021, presumably, nightpearl will launch their image improver, a special feature that when turned on will improve image quality and enhance the details of the image, even in the most demanding conditions. I'm really looking forward to that, but we'll have to wait for another month, and then presumably it will be available on some of the existing devices, not sure which ones we'll have to see. Then we have the picture-in-picture mode, useful for when you only want to have the part of the image magnified, maintaining a wide field of view. The hotspot tracking is also a useful feature. When it's turned on, a radical appears on the screen and it points towards the warmest object in the field of view. This greatly helps with the detection of especially smaller objects. Distance estimation, so when you're observing, I don't know, an object of a known size such as pig, rabbit, human, the device can calculate the distance to the object based on that object's height. In the menu, you can also adjust brightness, contrast, some other parameters to optimize the observing experience. You can choose from 2 calibration modes, automatic, manual. If automatic is on, the device calibrates by itself after a certain amount of time, or when it detects that the image quality is no longer sufficient. But if you choose manual, you calibrate the image by yourself by pressing one of these buttons. I'm not sure which ones. So when manual is on, you just do it manually. The calibration noise is not that loud and not that quiet again either. But you should be inaudible at around 10 to 15 meters away already. Now let me just turn this device on so that you can hear the calibrating noise. It calibrates around 3 times when turning on. So let's just wait. And this was it. So as I said, it's not that loud, not that quiet, but it is done quickly. So the image really gets frozen for a fraction of a second before it gets back onto being fluid. There's also one more thing to mention, the digital compass, which is an interesting feature that you don't see on many competitive devices, so I definitely had to point that out. Then we have all the multimedia capabilities. You can capture images, you can record videos, you can even connect the device to a smartphone with an app called XI Pro. nightpearl is also developing their own app for their models. It hasn't yet been released. Presumably it will be out in January 2021, just like the image improver. Definitely everything will be even smoother with their own app. With the XI Pro, however, you can already stream the image from the device to the phone, you can download and view photos, you can adjust settings and many other things. As regards the accessories, I already mentioned the 2 cables, the video out cable and the micro USB cable, the power adapter here. Then we have 2 transport cases. This one, a pretty ordinary one, for the users that are not that demanding. If you're a more demanding user that also tends to drop the device during transport more often than not, I would suggest you use this soft fleece transport case with a thick layer of soft materials that will definitely prevent any damage to the device if you accidentally drop it while carrying it around. And also the instruction manual, available in Czech, English and German. Also in some other languages if you purchase the device locally in your country. This is the box that the device comes in. So this is where the monocular is, and then we have a bunch of cables and everything in these 2 boxes. And some things are also on top, and then we have this soft layer here that additionally protects the device during transport if you order it on the internet, on the web. Yeah, so you get a 3-year warranty at the time of the purchase, and the price is around 2,500 euros with VAT included. Now that we're here at the end of this review, let us go again through the advantages and disadvantages and make a short conclusion. The thing that I like the most with, not only with this model, but with all, even with 35 Max 2 and with 50 Max 2 models, is the exceptional image quality for the money. This one doesn't have a sensor as good as the 35 Max and 50 Max 2, but still it provides a fair amount of details, and the 12 micron pixel size of course contributes to that, and of course the NATD of 50 millikelvins. We have a refresh rate of 50 Hz, which is great. We have an ergonomic shape to fit in both left-handed and right-handed users' hands. We have many useful features such as hotspot tracking, digital compass, the rubber ocular, which is especially great for glasses users. And definitely worth mentioning is the nightpearl as a company. They have special equipment as well as trained personnel to quickly service every device of its brand should anything go wrong. And they even service other brands, so devices of other brands that have no service in EU. This shows that they are a brand to trust, that you can rely on, and probably for the years to come. And this is one of the most important things. When you're purchasing a device, you want to have that backup, that if something goes wrong, that you can get it fixed. And you get this with nightpearl. The disadvantages, however, there are some, and I have to point them out as again, now at the end. I think that the biggest one is the integrated battery that you cannot replace by yourself. So you can only charge, while you're in the field, you can actively charge the Monocular with the power bank. But if you wish to have the battery replaced, you won't be able to do it by yourself. It can only be done by nightpearl in their factory. I don't like the objective color solution that just floats around in the air when you're using the device. Could be done a little bit better. The LCOA display is not as resilient as AMOLED displays, so you will have some trouble if you're out in extreme cold, especially below -10 degrees Celsius. And I think that the startup time is quite long at 10 seconds. However, waking it up from standby mode is pretty quick. From standby to normal is less than 1 second, so this is definitely a great feature. I think that this monocular provides really great value for money. It offers decent image quality and lots of advanced features. However, if you are a more demanding user, you should give Max 2 models a try because they have a superior sensor, and because of that they really provide you with more details. However, I think that it will be interesting to see what January 2021 brings along, because then the nightpearl image improver will be launched on the web, presumably also for this model. And I think that this model will become even more interesting when this feature becomes available. Thank you very much for watching this short review. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.